Hi, Nancy here, and today I want to teach you how to do a yarn over short row, also known as a YOT. And they're used in garter stitch because, as most of you may or may not know, garter stitch is one of those stitch patterns that wrap and turns don't always work the best. You can do the wrap and turn. The problem is when you come back across the wrap, you can't knit the wrap. It is said you perform it and then ignore it because you can't knit the wrap. It distorts the actual stitch pattern. So it's better off just leaving the wrap there because it will look more like the purl bars that already exist. This is a good alternative, and it's called a yarn over short row, but this is actually done with a yarn forward rather than a yarn over, and I'll show you the difference. So we're going to pretend our pattern is going to tell us to go down to 3 stitches before the end of the row. So we're just going to knit our way down there, and then we're going to do our first short row. Okay, one more to go. Okay, there's 3 left. We're going to turn. Okay. The yarn is forward. I'm going to take the right needle, I'm going to put it into the stitch that has the yarn coming out of it. I'm going to take the working yarn that's been forward, I'm going to bring it over the needle, which creates a yarn over, and I'm going to wrap it and knit the first stitch. And now I'm going to continue down to the 3 on the other side, or stop 3 short on the other side. There's a little difference between yarn forward, which are usually put in a pattern as YF, versus a YO yarn over. The yarn forward makes a tighter yarn over than the yarn over does. So that's why it's popular with a lot of knitters. Just makes it a little more tidy, if that's the effect you're looking for. Okay, we're down to 3. We're going to turn. Yarn is forward. We're going to go into the stitch. We're going to bring it around, and off we go. So now we're going to go down to the other end, and I'm going to show you how to deal with the wrap. Or not the wrap, excuse me, the yarn over the needle. You don't have a wrap, but you still have to deal with this. If you don't, and you accidentally knit that yarn over, you're going to end up with an extra stitch, and that's going to not be good. Alright, one thing I want to explain to you. If our pattern said now knit till 6 before the end of the row, we know there's the first 3. Remember, this is the yarn over, the yarn forward from the turn, so you do not count that. It's pretty obvious there's no purl bar on it, so this would be your 6. These 3, you would not count that as part of your total 6. So I hope I'm clear on that. Okay, so we're going to come up to our stitch here. Now notice I knit the stitch that was to the right of the yarn over. I'm going to take that yarn over and knit it together with its neighbor, the neighbor to the left. Okay, I've just taken care of that yarn over. Now we're going to go down to the other side, and we're going to take care of that one. Look how nice that looks, by the way. It looks very nice. And, you know, this works with other, it works with stock in it. I think it's best on garter, but you can surely use it on other patterns as well. It's up to you. A little more working yarn in my hand here. So again, now we're coming down to the point here. If it were to be, we've done the first 3, and now the pattern says to the next 3 or 6 before the end, we would not count that yarn over. These would be the 3, and there would be your 6. That is not part of it. Okay, so we're going to go along here. Okay, So now we're going to come to the yarn over. Now if you knit together these two stitches, the one that's to the right of it, you still would have a gap. So you don't do that. You're going to knit the stitch to the right of it independently. Now you'll knit its neighbor to the left with the actual yarn over. Okay, so let's see what we have here and look it over. Isn't that nice? That's how you do a yarn over or a YOT short row.